All right, welcome back, everybody, to the Orion Drift VRML. I'm your host, Gibular Bob, joined today by the illustrious Aiden VR. We're back with the Pioneer Cup Day 2. Finally reached this point where we are going to see a winner of this Pioneer Cup for NA. It should be amazing. Yesterday, Aiden, I mean, we had some phenomenal action.
Yeah, yesterday we had a lot of awesome games, and I am very happy to report that we made it past the second round, which was awesome.
New high score, you know. we didn't get there last week, but no, it's been great. Big shout out to our moderation team that has done an amazing job of keeping everything running smooth and not bowing out despite the technical issues we had in the first week, but. That aside, let me explain how today is going to work. So yesterday we had our big Swiss bracket, and the top 8 teams from that bracket move on to today and are going to play in a round robin. So we have 2 groups, A and B, and there will be 3 rounds of matches. All of these matches are going to be best of 5. And then once we get past the 3rd round of the round robin, we're going to go ahead and have our semi-finals between the top 4 teams, and that will end off with our grand finals for the $1,000 prize distributed between the 3 regions. It will be a match that you don't want to miss. I know we had a phenomenal finale on the mainstream yesterday, and I imagine that we're going to have another insane day of action here, Aiden. We're starting off, of course, subpar Horizon 4. I saw subpar yesterday. They played very, very well, but remember, these are the best of the best in the NA region.
Yeah, no, I have not seen these teams play yet, but I'm sure their skill is well-founded. Over on Ambitious NA, one person I do recognize is Kiwi. The infamous Kiwi has a meta named after him. By the way, because, have you ever noticed a player kind of hang back with either the goalie when they get scored on or something from the opposing team, and they push up with that? That's called the Kiwi. Yep, named after him. So I am pretty sure we're going to see plenty of that today.
Yeah. I've just the techniques, and I don't know, one of my favorite things to see is ceiling carving. I come from a lot of VR FPS games, so I'm not used to the movement tech from these players. So it's really spectacular to see and learn about all the new ways, and definitely the Kiwi meta where you re-grab and push into a really fast goal. I've seen some of those before. Very, very effective tactics. So should be a lot of fun to see this matchup today, and we're going to bring every single game that we can. We've currently got 2 more streams up, our main stream and our B stream. Main, of course, is hosted by Nightfire and Palador and Finto, and stream 2 is Martini and Retrocat, and then here's Aiden and I on stream 3. So we've got 3 amazing rounds, and we are going to be right back as we prepare for our very first game between Subpar and Horizon 4. Don't go away. And we're here with round 1 of Horizon 4 and Subpar. And it is the kickoff as we start round number 1. Subpar is going to be in the blue and Horizon 4 in the red. Remember, this is a best of 5. So the first team to win 3 games is going to move on undefeated in this round robin. Subpar looking for an early goal. Quiet taken to the sky, and it's in.
Wow.
Nice early goal for Subpar.
Great aggression there from Subpar. Noticing Quiet staying in the air most of the time there. But what a great goal to start off for Subpar. Horizon 4 now going to see if they can make some... Oh, that was an own goal.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, one thing about these 4v4 arenas, they are a little bit confusing. It's all good though. We're gonna get reset and restart. What is happening?
Go in. Okay, this something appears to not be working correctly. Oh, it for some reason ended the entire round. Okay, there may be a bug.
I'm gonna page Nolan.
Yeah, so we're gonna quickly cut to an intermission, and we'll be back when things seem to have ironed out.
Good to go.
All right, we should be back. And kickoff. There we go. Once more, we're looking at Subpar in the blue, and Horizon 4 are going to be in the purple or red on our scoreboard. The, technical issues aside, we should be good to go. Kiwi taking it down the middle court. Jack Unt tries for another shot on goal. That is not going to work out for Subpar this time.
Yeah, no, it is not. The stop from Love, bringing it down the field, getting stopped by 2 defenders over from Subpar. Subpar making their move, but Rote on Horizon 4 with the stop once again. Horizon does recover on Subpar, going for a pass, has one on Logo, gonna go for it himself. Loves with the save. Gets cleared out for just a second until it's recovered by Rote. Now moving it down the middle.
Comfy, tackled by Quiet. Gonna give possession back to Subpar as we end the first minute of this game. Quiet goes for a pass. Nobody was in position to catch that, but Skittles, in a battle for control, and Jakunt will emerge victorious. However, Rote, with a quick interception, gives possession back to Horizon 4, who are now driving it right down the field. Shot on goal. Bumped and intercepted by Subpar. It's in the hands of Comfy. Horizon 4 looking to maintain control up in the nest, but again they lose the ball, and now Quiet is going to take it over the top. Shot on goal. It's a long shot, but it's in for Subpar.
Wow. Great shot there from Quiet. One thing I'm noticing, Subpar, they're kind of building off each other. One person goes for the ball, another goes for the player pushing the ball. And vice versa. But yeah, it's good to see. Get passes from Love. Love passing over to the middle. It's going to be Comfy for a moment there. The stop from Quiet and Kiwi. Clear all the way to middle now. Jack Unt going to go ahead and push that forward. Not able to get a hand on the ball, though. Instead, it's going to be Rote going up in the middle side. Going for a long pass over to Comfy. Comfy getting a little bit of a bad grab on it. But it's recovered by Rote. And a nice shot there for Horizon 4.
Good response by Horizon. They're looking to stay in this game and remain competitive against Subpar. They got a little bit more time now because we are in a best of 5. Quiet taken to the skies with a little pass, but Jakunt slightly out of position. Quiet gets the boost, goes for the air ball, but a tackle is going to disrupt their shot on goal. Comfy looks to contain the ball, but it's lost. Quiet goes for the shot. It's in. Another one for Subpar.
Yeah, that is another one for Subpar now. It's being moved forward by Love. Might be in a little bit of an MI issue right now as we're seeing players losing control of the ball really easily. But that's not going to stop this awesome game as we get a nice pass over to Rote. Rote's going to hang on the nest area, moving it forward, going for the shot. Skittles with the save. Skittles with the clear all the way down to middle.
And it's close to the goal, but I don't think Horizon 4 are going to arrive in time. Oh, they do. Rote getting the ball back in their hands. Love, now with possession, brings it down the alley. In a battle with Quiet, and it's up towards the bridge right now, but Quiet emerges victorious, sending it back over to center court, where Rote picks up the ball, goes for the shot. Defended by Skittles as Subpar looking to maintain that nice lead that they have. Jagunt accepts the pass from their teammate, and it's a big battle for control up on the nest. Kiwi takes the shot, but Love intercepts.
Yeah, good intercept there from Love. Now moving it down the line on the halo. Ooh, bad bounce for the ball. Goes down the sewers. We're now having a fight in the bottom. It's picked up by Quiet, juking around, going for the open shot, or at least he thought it was open, but Loves is there. Or Loved. Sorry. It's Quiet now with it going for the shot. What an angle it was. Would have been awesome, but not in. Instead, Rote's going to recover for a moment. Love is going to push that one forward. There is a goalie at the back line right now. It's Skittles. Kind of going on. Let's see if we can find some passes. We do find Loves. Oh, Love to Loves. Huh. That's confusing. I just realized.
Comfy battling with Loves. Jagunt blocks the shot, but no, it doesn't work. Horizon 4 scores again. And there's only about 20 seconds left on the clock, Aiden. We could see an overtime. Both teams are tied. Maybe Kiwi and Quiet are going to pull off the tactic you were talking about before. Kiwi looks for the shot, pass back to Quiet. Oh, but they're tackled by Love and they lose control.
Yeah, losing control now. Love's going to move it forward down the line, trying to find some passes, but Quiet is there, the defender of death. Moving it down the line once again. Rote's going to go for a middle, and Quiet will recover that one. Big slap down. Moving it forward still. This could be the game. Is it? Yes, it is. What a goal that was. That is the first round going to Subpar.
Nice, good start for Subpar. Definitely wasn't comfortable for them. That got very, very close at the end going into overtime. I gotta say, some of the teams have struggled with getting possession of that ball. They're losing it in midair as they take some shots on goal. Yeah. Maybe they're just kind of cold right now, and that was the warm-up round, but we'll see. You know, there's time for Horizon 4. Again, we are in best-of-5 rules, so they've got opportunities to bring this back.
Yeah, plenty of opportunities indeed. And I mean, hey, this is going to be a pretty long tournament today, so a lot of those players are, well, I know a lot of these players personally. They have done this once or twice before back in the good old Echo Arena, so they know how to conserve battery on those headsets and keep going. So yeah, they probably didn't get on till the very last minute. But yeah, that's just what these players do to try and keep their headsets alive as long as possible.
Into round number 2 we go as Subpar battle for immediate control and Quiet. Good ceiling carve, going to change their direction up on the plates. Tosses it to Kiwi, but good tackle by Comfy. Nice pass to Rote. Is going to bring this back into the hands of Horizon 4 for a moment. Rote looks to salvage the control. Love taking it up to the nest. Goes for the sky shot, but Skittles. Good block. Good defense from Subpar.
Yeah, great defense there from Subpar. It's now moving it down the line. QB's going to go through the sewers, up and around. Comfy with the steal coming out. It's now going to be moved around, taking a second, waiting for those teammates to get in position, trying to move it around as much as possible. Quiet gets a hand on it. Once again, a steal from Love. Over to Skittles on the back line. Now, Skittles been playing goalie today. Not normally what I see him. I think one of the other Horizon 4, Subpar players normally play goalie when I've seen them doing scrims. But Skittles doing a good job so far, and that goal is open. What a shot it is.
I don't think Subpar were expecting that. It seemed to come out of nowhere, but Horizon 4, good goal to start off this game. Still plenty of time for Subpar to bring this back, so Horizon 4 doesn't want to get comfortable just yet. Interception by Love, sending it back down the field over to Comfy, grabs possession, and Horizon 4 just going to look to keep the ball on the Subpar side for as long as possible. Quiet sending it up into the ceiling, intercepted by Loves, and it's almost a shot on goal, but Subpar are doing a good job of tackling and disrupting the shots that Horizon 4 are trying to take. Pass from Skittles to Kiwi. Kiwi back to Jackoons. We might have a shot on goal here. No, not quite. It's a battle, and Rote is going to emerge victorious with possession.
Great defense over on Horizon 4. It's going to be moved forward by Rote all the way down, getting past Jackoont, going for a pass over. It's almost there, but Skittles, once again with the save, over to Quiet. Quiet's going to bring it down the line, going up and around. Rote is there to defend there, and it's going to go up in the air once again. Kiwi and Love kind of fighting for it. Loves is going to move in. Kiwi once again with a hand on it, passing over to mid. Jackoont picking it up now, trying to find a pass over to teammate Skittles. Oh, that was so close, but yet so far. Kiwi moving it down the line, trying to find a little bit of the fancy hands, but not quite doing it as it's picked up by Quiet once again. Still, great defense there from Horizon 4.
Love sends it to middle, where it's recovered quickly by Quiet. Back over. It's going to be a long shot. Is that going to go in? Oh, it does! Delivered right there by Kiwi. And a wonderful play by Subpar. Now ties us up with about 2 minutes left in this game. Love brings it back through center field and is going for the shot over to Love's. Good passing action, but Jackoont was there to deny any hope of that coming through. Horizon 4 now on the race to recover possession.
Yeah, recovering possession now. It's going to be in the hands of Quiet, finding a cross pass over to Skittles. Skittles laying it down. The thunder has been rained. That's a shot for Subpar. It's now going to be Love trying to move it quickly down before repositioning can take any chance of forming. It's moved all the way down, going for the shot. Maybe a pass. What a pass it was over to Rote. And the shot is in for Horizon 4.
Well, we're back where we started, Aiden. Only a minute and 10 seconds left. Kiwi goes for a fast play, and it's sunk in by Subpar. Horizon 4 now in trouble. They've got to hurry up and respond to that goal with one of their own, and so far, Subpar looking to keep them in the dark and claim their second of this best of 5 matchup. Rotes denied by Jackoont as Kiwi looks to defend, but it's back over in the corner. Skittles trying to get it away from the Subpar goal. They're down in the bunker. It's going right down the middle. Threading the needle. It's in again. Subpar 4-2.
Wow, this is so awesome. You know, not seeing too much passing in this game, but, I mean, both these teams, I mean, it's working out for them, obviously. They're still getting goals. It's a nice reset there to Skittles from Kiwi. Gets stolen by Rote. Rote trying to find maybe a pass over to Comfy. I don't think anyone was there, but Comfy does recover it for a moment. It's in the goal.
Uh-oh. All right, well, now we've only just got a handful of seconds left. If Horizon 4 can quickly recover this ball, they may have a shot at winning or at least tying, but no, it's a spike in the ground. Horizon 4 unable to get the win against Subpar in this second round. Subpar claim their second of 3 in this best of 5.
Yeah, wow, what a second round there. Both teams kind of sped up rapidly. So yeah, I think that first round was just a warm-up. But I personally enjoyed it quite a bit. What did you think?
Well, I loved it, and I'm excited for round number 3, which we've just started quite taking up to the sky. And Love going to start off with a little bit of a battle here. Horizon, again, they've got an opportunity to bring this back. It's not like the last game wasn't close, but it's certainly not the way you'd want it to start in this third round.
No, it is not, but hey, they'll come back. There it is. It's Love on that back line. Going for a nice pass over to Comfy. I like to see the pass attempts. Comfy just not able to get a hand on it, but the pass attempt was there, and it was a great one. It's now moved forward by Kiwi. Hanging on the halo for just a moment before coming down over that right side. Gonna go for a pass over to the nest. Skittles and Jackoont there. Quiet, grabbing the ball. Rote's gonna be on defense there, though. Quick stop. And trying to get it down. Quiet, once again, though, picking it up, moving it down, up and around. Skittles with the pass and the steal from Comfy. What a clear.
Back over to Loves, and Jakku never misses a beat with those tackles, always right there. And it could go in. Kiwis off on the races, but they're denied just before they can manage to get the score for subpar. Rotes keeping the ball up in the sky, sent over to the subpar goal. Comfy battling Kiwi for possession, and it's sent back out, but Love slightly out of position. They now have to make up a lot more ground on Horizon 4.
Yeah, they do. As it's being moved forward now by Kiwi. Gonna go for it himself. And there it is. It's in the goal. Love seen a little bit frustrated. Gonna move that one forward really quickly. Building up speed. Carving around. Going for it. All the way up in the sky. Going back down. Kiwi's pressuring hard, but it's not there. Quiet with the intercept.
Uh-oh.
The intercept is good. It goes all the way down to the field. Comfy's there. Quick slap over to the left side. It's now once again Quiet with it. Quick slap over to the right side. Back to middle. It's being moved by Love. Love is going to go up. Kiwi, once again, great steal. So many steals. So many interceptions. So many great passes so far. Moving it down into sewers now.
Possession by Kiwi. Little bunker battle going on. Quiet misses the pass, but looks to make a recovery. And they keep it in the air a little longer. Jakku tackled by Rote, and Skittles manages to recover for subpar. Kiwi with a backhand shot over to their teammate, but Rote once more is in possession of the ball and sending it in the way of Horizon 4.
Yeah, it gets sent all the way over. It's going to be in middle for a second before it comes out. It's a pass over to Rote. Rote losing possession of it for just a moment there, and it will be intercepted by Quiet over on subpar. It's now moved down the line. A pass over to Jakku. Jakku back over to Kiwi. Kiwi just a little too short for it. But, wow, does recover it somehow. It's back in the sewers for just a moment or two before Quiet takes it up in the air over to Halo. Having one on the right side, it's going to be Kiwi going for the pass, and the shot is in. Great pass from Kiwi and Quiet.
Kiwi with a hat trick for subpar. 3-0 lead, only a minute 25 on the clock. If you're Horizon 4, you certainly don't want to delay getting these points. They go for the shot, but they're not able to get it in. Good defense by subpar.
Yeah, great defense indeed. It's moved around. Kiwi with the stop. Jack now having a hand on it. Going to move it around. Don't know what happened there. Game kind of came to a standstill. But Quiet. Quick slap over. Trying to find the goal. The save from Loves. And Jakku trying to finish that one off. It's a fight for it. A big brawl for the ball. And it's going to be in the hands of Rote now. Moving it around. Trying to back it up a little bit. Go for a pass over to Loves. But the intercept there, and the quick slap from Quiet.
Now Kiwi, losing control of it. It's in bunker, and it's recovered by Skittles, who's going to take it down the field, going for the shot into the goal. It's in. Subpar running away with this game, 4-0. Only 20 seconds left on the clock. At this point, Horizon 4 are feeling reality set in as they are in trouble.
Yeah, they do have a bit of trouble on their hands, but honestly, we've seen this time and time again. You know, not every match is unwinnable. And as Kiwi goes for a quick shot there, but I have to say, Horizon 4, they've been doing a great job to hang in there. That second round proved just what they can do, right? If they pull those strategies out once again, they take their time as a team, go for those passes, you know, because what I'm noticing is subpar hasn't went for as many passes. Wait, is that the game?
It is, yes. That was subpar's third and final round win.
5.
It is, yeah. They won 3 games.
Oh, this is what happens when I don't have scoreboards pulled up.
Yeah,
my bad, guys.
Yeah, we had 2-3 as the first one, 3-4 as the second, and 0-4 as the third. Horizon 4 I want to say it's almost ironic because they lost 0-4 in the final round. Little play on their team name there.
It's my first day as a caster, guys. I'm so sorry. I don't know what's going on here. It's all good though. What a game, either way.
Absolutely. It was quite the showdown between these two teams, and I don't think Horizon 4 was really out of it until we got down to the very end. I think maybe they were losing hope towards the end of that final round, but tremendous effort by both teams. Subpar came in aggressive, and I feel like they've got a real shot at the rest of this tournament if they can keep this performance up. Of course, they've got some other challenging opponents to worry about. We've got other games going on right now that you can find on streams main and B. Currently, I believe IVNA and Valiance is the only one that we're waiting on at the moment. But when we come back, we'll be on round 2 of the round robin. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back very soon. right, everybody, welcome. It is time for round 2 of the round robin here in the Pioneer Cup. This time, we've got undefeated Vicious versus defeated Solara. Solara lost to Crane Gang in the first round, and Vicious beat Control. So, it should be another fun matchup here, Aiden. Both teams in kind of a similar skill level, and
Yep.
what are your predictions here?
Are you asking me to give my opinion?
Yeah, sure.
Because I do have a favorite in this one.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm all ears.
I have watched Vicious become a team, so I kind of got a soft spot for him personally. That doesn't mean my casting will be biased, but I definitely am.
Yeah, so you've heard it here first. Aiden VR is biased to Vicious, so yeah, that's it's unfortunate, but we do have a quote from the quote came from Vicious, yes?
No, it came from Solara.
It came from Solara, excuse me. I love Palador. That's what they said. So that's what they wanted everyone
That's
the world
we all,
to know.
You know.
we do.
Right.
We do. But we are going to go ahead and get started very soon. Remember, these teams are competing for that $1,000 prize pool. And they just have one more round of the round robin after this, then semifinals, and then the grand finals. It's going to be best of 5 for this matchup. And without further ado, I think we're going to go ahead and get started in just a second. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Go ahead.
All right, and here we are with round number 1, starting off with Vicious and Solara, and already Vicious takes the first point of this series, Aiden.
Yeah, quite a vicious start, if you will. No pun intended, but really a pun intended. Ooh, miscommunication there from Solara. Player was definitely not ready for that pass there. But it's a little fight for it right now. Know Your Man getting pushed back by Matthew, and it's in the hands of Condog B. Now moving it down the line. Little Steven giving a good push. Didn't quite get there, but it's a pass over to Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth now having this over to Matthew. What a pass. What a stop from Little Steven. And I think that was Matthew or Sweet Tooth, but it was in the goal.
The most important part. Whoa! Look at Copyco going straight down the center. Pass over to Little Steven. Solara are going to try and have a go on the Vicious goal here, but Copyco just a little bit out of position. And that means Biker Ben is going to have to take it through the sewers up the alley, trying to thread the needle, but they're denied by Condog, and Vicious are looking to send it right back down the field.
Yeah, looking to send it down the field. Am I? Oh my god, it put me in the wrong arena.
Anyways,
Go without me. Go without me.
Condog is battling for control of the ball in the halo with Solara. Back over to the Solara goal. Biker Ben trying to keep it away from Sweet Tooth, who sends it back across the arena. Matthew up in the sky with a pass over to the Solara corner. Katetsa is in perfect position to intercept that. Now it's passed right back over to Condog, intercepted by Vicious once more, and there's a lot of pressure being applied on the Solara goal. There it is, a third from Vicious.
I'm back, I promise. All right, Solara, the name. It's picked up. Go. Gonna move that one down the middle. Not being pressured as of yet. Matthew is there though. Quick leap over. And looks like Condog B will pick that one up. Moving down the line. Matthew gonna grab it quickly from his teammate. Go for another shot. 4-0 now?
4-0 indeed. It's yet another score by Vicious, who are really kind of on fire in this game so far. We'll see if they can maintain this lead. There's a lot of work for Solara to do at the moment. Oh my goodness, that one's in two. What on earth is going on with Solara right now? They're having a lot of problems against Vicious.
Yeah, they are having a lot of problems against Vicious, but I don't think it's because they're necessarily not doing the best, right? They're just kind of having trouble gaining their footing right now. A lot of these passes are kind of just being a little bit maybe miscommunicated, but I'm not entirely sure what's happening. But we get some nice passes from Vicious right now. Another one to Matthew, to Kotetsa, going for the shot. The goal is not in yet. Lots of bounces off the backboard. No, you man, gonna get that a nice slap out of there. But I think necessarily they could have a great chance on scoring on Vicious. They just need to maybe find their passes a little more, pass earlier if that makes sense. But it's another long shot there from Vicious. How unfortunate. That is the first round.
Yeah, not only the long shot, but also the shutout from Vicious here in round number 1. Not an ideal way for Solara to start, but again, you know, they may just need a minute to find their footing against this Vicious team. It's certainly a good introduction to be for, you know, the skill set of Vicious in this tournament. They play very, very fast, very aggressive, and they do manage to have a very solid defense on top of it. I think Solara, for all it's worth, put in some very, very good blocks, but at the end of the day, they just aren't able to match the aggression of Vicious.
Yeah, I think Solara, what they've been going against, well, until now at least, have been more defensively focused teams. And then you have Vicious, who is just all-out offense. They have really good defense too, but their offense is where it's at. And I think that's what Solara's kind of struggling with right now. But that learning curve, once they get the hang of it, I think we're going to be seeing some awesome plays from them. As Kotetsa finds Sweet Tooth on the logo. What a precise pass there. Not exactly going to hit the mark, though. No, you man. Moving it forward. There we go. Good passes over to Tarv. Sorry. Not able to find that one, though.
Up in the corner, No You May, sending it back to the nest where little Steven is up in the sky. Air ball, and Tarvik goes for the shot, but it doesn't quite sink in. Condog taking it up into the corner where they're going to bounce it, and the ball just goomba'd Kopiko right there. Matthew sends it through the middle. Sweet Tooth up in the halo, backhand pass to Tarvik, intercepted, and now back in the hands of Sweet Tooth. Tarvik looking to bring it down towards the Vicious goal. Condog's going to arrive there first. Could we see a potential shot on goal? It's a bit of a slow entry from Tarvik. Are they going to pass to their teammate? No, you may with the backhand shot. Sinks one in for Solara.
What a passing play. What a shot there from Solara. Able to get a point on Vicious. I mean, hey, this round's looking completely different than that first round. We're noticing a lot more of Solara kind of gaining their footing here. And they're doing it again, moving it forward. Little Steven going for a pass over to the nest. Tarvik trying to move that forward. Kopiko able to recover that. Pass to Noya Man. Going for the shot. Off the board. Little Steven able to finish that one off. There we go. Another one for Solara.
They're definitely finding their momentum. It took their back being against the wall in the first game to find it, but hey, that's why we are in a best-of-3 Condog pass to Kotetsa, and they're not able to defend against that one. Vicious has just entered round number 2 with their first point.
Yeah, so one thing about Vicious, one thing to note is if their back is against the wall, they get scary. It's one thing I've noticed watching their scrims in general, but it's just kind of frightening. Anyways, it's in the hands of Sweet Tooth now, going up in the air. Gonna take his time with it though. Walk it along. Go for a nice long pass over to Kotetsa. Nobody's home though. It will be recovered by Matthew, who goes for a reset to nobody. Great job, Matthew. Reset now in the hands of Tarvik.
Reset to Tarvik.
Right there. Yeah, there we go.
Matthew does manage to get it. It's up in the corner, off the ceiling, and right back over towards the Solara goal where Kotetsa will have a go at their goal, and it does not happen. Kopiko. That was a violent tackle if I've ever seen one, but little Steven is going to reset it back over into the hands of Matthew, and we might have a shot on goal here. Kopiko again going to continue with a reset. That might be a long shot going in. Can Tarvin sink it? Tarvin can sink it. It's a long shot for Solara.
Kopiko doing an obvious... words are not there. Doing an amazing job on defense. The goalie work is going great. Tarvik with that run up there to just put it in the goal. That is the type of stuff Solara needs to keep doing, right? Because Vicious, all their defenders are up. They're not able to go very far. But, not again. Again, coming in. It's almost in just off the board. Kondog be there this time to slap it over. And it's going to be in the hands of Kotetsa now. Moving it forward down the line. Finding a pass. Ooh, maybe a pass. Maybe a intercept for Tarvik once again down the middle.
Tarvik is that hidden spy that's always seeming to get the ball in their possession. They shot on goal, and it sinks in again. 4-1 for Solara, putting a lot of pressure on Vicious here. We're just under a minute left in this game, and Vicious have been unable to find any more than 1 point against Solara. Could that change soon as the ball makes its way to the Solara goal? There's 5 people on it right now, and the ball is back in middle where Tarvik almost grabbed it again. Noyame sending it back into the bunker, but right now Kondog is going to keep hold of it.
Yeah, I think as you mentioned, Tarvik, kind of that undercover spy, just wherever you need him to be at all times. Feeding the information from the other team, but Kotetsa trying to feed that shot, and it ends up being Sweet Tooth.
Vicious. Wow. Make it 2-4, but only 15 seconds left. Can they score 2 goals in the span of 10 seconds? Well, that's certainly going to be a feat of strength from them if they can manage to do it. Kotetsa keeping the ball over on their side of the arena. Sweet Tooth might have a shot on goal. Little re-grab boosting. Nobody on Solara's in there! And it's in, but it does not matter. Vicious will lose round 2 to Solara.
I worked really hard for this, Bob. Right? Solara, really awesome job. Able to basically just completely turn it around. You know, Vicious took a whole sweep in that first round. But, you know, once they found their footing, they absolutely skyrocketed. And, again, you can never judge a game based on the first round.
Absolutely. I was very happy to see the great recovery from Solara there. Again, it was a tough round 1 for them. They got shut out by Vicious, but maybe perhaps Vicious let their guard down a little bit. They're like, okay, maybe we can conserve some energy as we move further into the round robin stages, but you just don't want to let your guard down at all here in this round robin. And we are going to go into round number 3. Question mark. It's kickoff, and Solara immediately recover the ball, but Kotetsa quick to give it back to Vicious. Kondog takes to middle, and we might have a shot on goal here very soon, but Tarvik emerges once more as the pillar of hope for Solara.
Sorry, I was mid-yawn. It's picked up now by Kotetsa, moving it down the line to Matthew. Matthew not able to put a hand on it. It is going to be in the hands of Tarvik, though. And we all know, Tarvik, the secret weapon, able to just launch that across the field. Took 1 second for Vicious to get a hand on it. It's Kondog B, now moving it up the halo, down to Nest. Finding, or waiting for his teammates to get in position. Ooh, Kopiko really pushing Sweet Tooth there. Not able to get that pass off. And it's a slap over the middle. Looks like Vicious has resorted to having a backline player now. Sweet Tooth and Matthew now pushing it forward, trying to find some shots. Gets stopped by No Ya Man.
Very nice defensive work from Solara, but they do still have to contend with the pressure from Vicious. Long shot that might go in, but no. Kondog B is going to be there to defend. Tarvik back up in the sky, almost sends it in. It's reset to center court, but if that wasn't close enough for Vicious.
Yeah, if that wasn't close enough, I don't know what is. But I have to say, this third round is starting off pretty slow compared to the second. But, who knows? Maybe those teams are just trying to play cautious. You know, don't want to lose another round. It is 1-1 right now, so we will see what happens. But Kopiko, really great push there. Moving it all the way down the line. Sweet Tooth pressuring heavily. Condog B will recover this one. Going up in the air. It is in the hands of No Yama. Sorry, I just realized it's not man. Kopiko, what a shot from up above.
Solara with their first point in this round. They take the initiative, and now it's all up to Vicious to respond to see if they can get that tie. They started off with a lot of great momentum, but Solara has crawled their way back. Matthew up in the sky, goes for the shot on goal. It's denied by Noyame. Sweet Tooth bringing it back up into the air, going for a little rebound action behind the hand shot. No, it doesn't happen. Condog pass to Matthew, right back out into the center where Sweet Tooth is now going to grab it. They're going to try and have a shot on goal. Pass up off the wall, back to themselves. Good passing action. Matthew now has it. Denied again by Noyame. Great defense.
Noyame doing really good so far. Pass over the middle. Tarvik now has a hand on it. Kotetsu with the pressure, though. Flies down over to Kopiko. Not able to get a hand on it. Instead, it's going to be Sweet Tooth with the steal. Moving it up and down the line. Over to the right side. Matthews there. Pushed by Little Steven. Little Steven with the stop. Kopiko with the steal. Passing down to Little Steven once again. Wow. Solara doing really good on the passing plays right now. Tarvik back to Kopiko. Kopiko back to Tarvik. What the hell is happening? Moving it down the line once again. Over to the right side. Tarvik moving it down. Getting past two defenders. But until it gets stopped by Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth going for a clear now. Down the sewers. All the way down. Up and around. Moving past every defender. Past to Kotetsu. Kotetsu back to Sweet Tooth. So Sweet Tooth going for it. Tarvik with the save. The shot coming in from Sweet Tooth.
An incredible goal from Vicious. Wow, that tied it up. That was incredible. They tried to block it, but to a certain point, you know, Vicious just found their momentum and just sunk the ball right in the middle. Is Kotetsu going to be able to get it into the goal again? Sweet Tooth keeps it up in the sky. We're tied ball game right now. Tarvik and Kopiko trying to keep the ball away from Kotetsu. It's bounced by Little Steven into the hands of Matthew. Good tackling coming out from Solara, though. Kopiko, oh, they just barely missed the ball, and Sweet Tooth is going to send it back up into the nest. Denied by Little Steven. What a tackle! Sending them all the way to the other side of the map. Tarvik now has possession. They lose it, though. Kotetsu on fire, managing to keep the ball in control by Vicious, but denied again by the Solara defense.
The tackles from Little Steven this game are absolutely phenomenal. Just knocking everyone across the map. Tarvik now moving it forward, trying to get past the defense. Not quite happening, though, as Matthew gets a hand on it. Little Steven still pressuring pretty heavily. Condog B gonna hit that one down. Noyama pushing that one even further over into Vicious' side. But Sweet Tooth gets a hand on it, still pressuring heavily. Noyama does have a chance getting tackled by Matthew here. Looks like it will fly down for a moment. Tarvik getting a hand. It's very much a fumble right now. But it's Condog B going for a pass over to the right side. Kopiko will recover. What a joke.
I mean, we are out of time in this round, Aiden. That means whoever scores is going to be winning the round. Tarvik taking it up to the sky, looking to get aggressive against Vicious, but it doesn't work. It's heading right back towards the Solara goal, but a good block from Tarvik. They have another shot at this, but they're tackled again by Vicious, and Little Steven with the tackle now has possession, but they lose it again from a tackle. It's just a brawl out there on the court right now. Condog taking it up through the halo. Gonna look to pass it to their teammate Noyame. Keeps it away from the goal. Matthew goes for the shot. Kotetsu for the rebound, and it's back up in the sky again. Passed over to center court. Condog gonna recover for Vicious.
The stop was insane there for Solara, but can they build on the momentum and get a goal? Let's find out. Noyama moving it forward, going up and around. Condog B with the stop, getting hands on it. Now pushing over to the middle. Little Steven pushing heavily, trying to catch up there. Tarvik pressuring Sweet Tooth there. Sweet Tooth moving it forward rapidly, trying to find a pass over to Matthew. This Little Steven with the stop, though, and a clear over to mid. Condog B on the back line, though, able to recover that one. Moving it forward, pass up to Matthew. Ooh, Matthew not able to get it. Kopiko has a hand, trying to get a clear out.
You'd think these teams are playing like the finals. Oh, what a shot! It sinks in, and Vicious in a buzzer beater take round number 2 in overtime. Very solid round from both of these teams, Aiden. And
actually, that was round 3.
Was that round 3?
Yes, it was.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I don't think my statistics are updating properly here, but
That's okay.
it was quite the third round. I was so involved in that. But yeah, that is the second win for Vicious. If they take home round 4, they are going to move on undefeated still in this round robin. Here we go into round number 4 as we get ready for the kickoff. Can Solara bring it back to take us to maybe a winner takes all in the finals? It's a start. And it's immediately in the hands of Vicious, sent back over to the other side of the arena. This is Solara's last chance to extend their series against Vicious.
Yeah, it is the last chance. And Tarvik.
Whoa!
Wow. Sorry, I had absolutely no words. Solara, great start to this third round. Or fourth round, sorry, excuse me. Is it? Wait.
It's fourth.
Yeah, fourth round.
It's fourth round. We'll get through it. No worries. But Copy Co., I just got to say, the double block there from the offense on Solara was insane. Copy Co. with a shot on goal. Tarvik looks for the rebound, but they're just not able to hit the ball. It's a scuffle in the corner. Very, very aggressive offensive lineup from Solara. Is anybody over in their goal right now? I don't think so. They're playing a very risky game. Tarvik keeps possession and is going to bring it back down the court towards the Vicious goal.
Yeah, it does go towards the Vicious goal. Koteza will recover that one, passing over to the left side. Sweet Tooth trying to get a hand on it, but no Yama and Kopiko already have a stack. They're there. It's wow, what a steal coming from Matthew, going for the shot, and it's in. 1 point. It's now 1-1.
There's nobody in the Solara goal. I had a feeling that might have happened. They're going for a re-grab, a blitz, very quick shot. Tarvik out of position, though, misses their chance to pass it to their teammate. And Vicious are going to send it right back down the field where Sweet Tooth is waiting. And it's another shot in for Vicious. And they reversed that strategy from Solara very quickly.
Yeah, they really did. Kopiko now moving it forward, trying to find a pass to Noyama. The stop from Matthew, and the pass to Kondog. Kondog, long shot, once again, no goalie. Is it going to be in? No, it's not. Just to the right side. Kopiko is going to recover that one. Pass it over to the left side. Sweet Tooth once again stealing it. Putting it on the right side. Getting a little wall carve to get some momentum. Pass to Kotetsa. Kotetsa trying to find it. Tarvik with the save. And bringing it back down over the middle.
The defensive game has been on point from Solara, except when they left the goal open. But other than that, it has been a very, very solid defense from this team. Sweet Tooth sending it across the field. Noyame is going to give Solara their shot on the goal here. Kopiko looks for it, but no. Kondog with the denial, keeping it away from the Vicious goal. It's still 2-1, about 2 minutes left in this game. Little Steven! No! It's blocked by Kotetsa. Last second, Kopiko looking to keep it off of the bridge. But now it's heading right back towards Solara's side. Tarvik looking to maintain the aggression, but it does not work. And Kondog is now going to start the application of pressure to the Solara goal.
Yeah, it's a pass over. Little Steven has possession on it for just a second. Matthew on the back trying to push it forward. They're going to reset it now. And by they, I mean Solara. Can't forget the name. It's in the hands of Kondog B now, moving it up and around the line. Let's see. We find Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth going for it. Kopiko with the stop. It's a steal by Little Steven there. Sweet Tooth almost getting a hand on it. No Yama. Picking that one up. And Kopiko will have possession for just a moment. It's around. I don't know where it is. It's in source. It's on source. It's up in the air. Sweet Tooth has it.
And now Matthew has it. And now well, little Steven almost had it, but another good tackle from Vicious will bring it back into the hands of Condog over in the Solara corner. It's up off the backboard right now. Little Steven keeping it up in the air, sends it across to Tarvik, who's never, well, almost never out of position, brings it through the alley. They're going to send it up into the hands of Know You May, but Sweet Tooth steals and sends it back into the Vicious corner. Look, there's 3 people on that ball right now. Little Steven, however, emerges as the one carrying it. Kopiko has a shot on goal. Know You May tries to send it in. Good block from Sweet Tooth, though. Vicious are not having that.
Great shot there. And, or sorry, not great shot. Great shot attempt. It's picked up here by Tarvik. Tarvik's gonna try and end it. It's a pickup from Condogby though. Condogby over to Know You Man. Know You Man over to Tarvik. Tarvik moving it down the line. Matthew trying to find a shot. I'm so confused right now. The green's getting to me.
It all blends together, but what's really important right now is that the ball stays in the air because Solara are now out of time. If they cannot tie this up, they're going to be in extra trouble. Little Steven with the ball. Oh, it's blocked out. Can they recover it in time? Tarvik keeps it up in the air. They're trying to keep it off the floor. No, it's spiked by Vicious. And Vicious are going to take the series win and move forward here in the round robin undefeated. But I got to say, Solara put up a amazing fight, Aiden.
Yeah, they really did, to the last second. To the very last second. Great job on Solara. I'm going to be so real with you, Bob, right? I thought Vicious was just going to absolutely sweep after that first round.
Wow.
But no. I was so surprised. And great props over to Solara. Absolutely hanging in there, bringing it to 4 rounds. That takes a lot. And good on them, man. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, it was an incredibly entertaining battle between the two. Solara, I think, I often don't see teams do this, but really adapt well to the way that their opponents play. And I saw that from Solara. They realized they needed to get a lot more aggressive, and they did. And that gave them that second round. That gave them a real shot in the final rounds here. So all in all, I was very impressed by Solara as well. But unfortunately for them, Vicious did pull the win out in the end of this series. That means Vicious is going to move on to the next round, still undefeated with a very good shot at the semifinals. Fortunately for them, though, their opponent next is Crane Gang, which just beat Control 3-0. So that's not going to be a battle that you want to miss. Until we get to the third round, though, we will be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Prepare to
Only
start.
Baron left alive. Where is Baron? In the spawn. Can somebody
Go.
Spud in the bottom going absolutely crazy, getting the 2K.
Match point.
All right, here we are. Last round of the round robin, and this one will be fantastic. We're back again with, I think, one of my favorite teams, Solara. They put in.
I gotta admit, they've grown on me.
Yeah, they put in a really, really good performance against Vicious last game, and now they're back again against Control to battle it out here in the final round, and this should be a fantastic match, as every single one we've had has been so far. Plenty of fantastic replays from really all teams around the board today. At this point, Aiden, I gotta ask, do you have a favorite to win the whole tournament? Is there a team you think is so dominant right now they could emerge as the number one?
Honestly, a team I think is most dominant is, I want to say IVI, right?
Mm-hmm.
They won the competitive tournament a little while ago. Or I think it was IVI. Pretty sure it was IVI. But, I mean, either way, they're a great team. Some honorable mentions being Subpar, Valiance, IVI, pretty much everyone here. Honestly, they deserve their spots. So I am just excited to see how it plays out.
Yeah, should be a incredible effort. By the way, another quote from Solara. Now they say, "I love Bob." So big thank you to Solara for providing a comment. Yeah, I know, it's wonderful. It's no bias at all heading into this.
No bias at all. They're my favorite team now. What?
But yeah, it should be a fantastic reminder that these teams are competing for the $1,000 prize pool. And also, we do have a couple more tournaments coming up, starting with the Ignition Cup, 31st of May through the 1st of June. That's for another $1,000. And then, of course, the Phoenix Invitational, which will be the 27th through the 29th, will be the online qualifiers. And then July 27th, the final day of VRML Con, it'll be in person, and that will be an incredible showcase of player skill.
Bob,
it's all for
you're going to be there, right?
Of course I'm going to be there. So if you guys want to come up and say hi and get my terrible autograph, I'll be there. I'll be
there too.
Awesome.
You want to see my chicken scratch? You'll get my chicken scratch too.
Exactly. But without further ado, I think we've stalled for long enough. We're going to cut to a small intermission. When we come back, we will have round one of Solara and Control. Round number one. Here we go for the final round of this round robin, Aiden. And we are off. Is little Steven immediately taking possession of the ball. Solara are going to be in the red, and Control will be in the blue. Get that. Void turned back off. Dwagon takes possession, bringing it down the center court. Going to go for a long shot here, but Solara were prepared to deal with it.
Yeah, they were prepared, and now it's going to be on the back line. I think that was Reactor going for a pass over to Belly Flops. Belly Flops moving it down the line on the side of Control, finding some real nice control, but no Yama is there. On the back line, ooh la la, ooh, picks it back up. And finds a pass over to the right side. Belly Flops back to ooh la la, back over to Reactor. Reactor over to the Wagon. I have to say, they do have quite a bit of control.
Oh my goodness, what a denial. Wow, that was incredible. But Control do find the first point in this series. Copy code taking it right through the middle. Going to try for a revenge goal. Passed over to little Steven, but Belly Flops takes and usurps the control of the ball. Pun completely intended there. They're keeping it over on the Solara side and going to try and get a second point in.
Got it. So we're intending our puns now. It's a little rude, don't you think? It's okay. It's all right. It's picked up by Copy Code, trying to move it down. No Yama. Picking that one up. and looking for some passes, trying to find little Steven, but Dwagon is there to intercept. Kopiko is able to recover and push it even farther forward. Maybe should have waited a second there. Wasn't being too pressured, but hey, it's all right. Gets picked up by little Steven there for a moment until Belly Flops picks it up, taking it all the way down the field. Being pressured once again by little Steven. There is an open goal, and wow, that was a pass over to Dwagon. Dwagon puts it in for 1 point.
And Control are definitely starting off strong. No You May keeping it up in the sky. Passed over to Biker Ben. Little Steven sends it back up, and it's a shot on goal, but it does not go in for Solara. No You May just misses the ball, and Belly Flop's going to keep it in the corner. Up in the sky it goes. Passed over to little Steven, who is now going to try and go for a potential shot on the Control goal. But time is running out, and Ragnar is going to be the one who controls the ball. Pass over to the sewers, and Noyame brings it back into the hands of Solara.
Yeah, moving it forward now over to the nest. Trying to find a pass, not exactly getting there. No, you man, gonna try and recover that one. Ooh la la with the stop, and Reactor with the steal. Now moving it forward all the way over to the left side. It will be picked up here by Kopiko. Kopiko trying to get it past that offensive line there. Not getting too far, but it does eventually find its way to middle. And now with it in middle, it's in the hands of Belly Flops, trying to set up his team for success, for a goal, if you will. And just waiting for that first pressure. No Yuma, now pressuring. Has Reactor on that back line. Gonna go for a pass over to Reactor, to Dragon, to Ulala. Ulala over to Belly Flops. Belly Flops with the shots.
Belly flipping the odds in their favor. More like, and
I like what you did there.
Kopiko is now in the control corner. Dwagon brings it up into the air and is going to try and run it through the alley. Racketer now taking possession. Up in the halo we go. Belly Flops looks to keep it on their side and is passing it back over. Little Steven tries to go for the interception, but less than a minute on the clock. So they already have 3 goals to make. They don't have a whole lot of time.
Yeah, no, they don't have a whole ton of time, but we've seen them come back from worse. So I still believe. But it's pick up from Kopiko now. They're going to try and get their first goal on the board. Radiker gets a little push there. It's now going to be all the way back down. No Yama picking that one up. Given a pass over. There is 3 people back on the side of control now. So moving it down the line, Ulala over to Belly Flops. Belly Flops going for the shot. Biker picks that one up though. Now moving it down the line. Steal from Dragon. Dwagon gonna go for a pass over to middle. No one's home though. Little Steven, quick slap.
Whoa.
Biker Ben, even quicker slap. All the way down. Kopiko going for the shot. The save from Ulala.
Up in the sky. And Racketer might spike it here. No, they're going to keep it up in the air. They're going to try for the style points. Dwagon sends it over to the nest. Belly Flops. Shot on goal. But it's down on the ground. And Control are going to take home round number 1 in this series. Well, it was kind of open and shut. That felt fast, but Control seemed very much living up to their name. And they were very in control of that game.
Yeah, they were indeed. They're very controlling. How dare they? I did like the constant pressure from Solera though. You'll notice at the end, once again, that scoring really slowed down. So who knows? Maybe we'll see a second round upset like we did last game. Well, we'll see. We've seen them come back from worse. I'm gonna be honest.
Yes, there is potential for Solara. There's always a way back into this. Is a best of 3. And speaking of the best of 3, we're about to get into round 2 right now. Starting off.
Like right now?
Like right now.
Oh.
Right now.
Okay. So they're both in the air now. And it's going to go down. No.
No,
Ractor. Ractor. Ractor?
Racketer.
Ractor. Racketer.
Racketer. We'll figure out the name at one point, but the pass over to Belly Flops. It's in the control corner, being brought up into the air. Belly Flops keeps it in the sky and is going for that shot all the way to the goal. Pass to Dwagon behind the hand hit, and what a pass to Racketer to get it into the goal for Control to start off with a point.
All right, it's Kopiko now. Moving it down the line, Racketer aside, a pass over to Know Ya Man. To Little Steven. Little Steven going for the shot, and it's in the goal, 1-1 right now. Good start for both Control and Solera. Really different mood of the game so far.
And Ooh La La Ooh is going to be bringing it through the center. Belly Flops keeping it up in the sky, but Racketer is going to have their shot on the goal. Now back up into the hands of Dwagon for Control. Belly Flops in nest is going to look to send it into the goal. What a shot by Belly Flops. Absolute annihilation.
Yeah, absolute annihilation. It's Kopiko now moving it forward, trying to find a pass over to the right side. It's Tarvik. Tarvik to Know Ya Man. Know Ya Man for the goal. There we go. Another one for Solara. And now it's going to be in the hands of, who is that? It's Belly Flops. Moving it up and around the halo, trying to find a ceiling carve. Loses possession for just for a second, but comes out the middle swinging. It's now in the hands of Racketer. Racketer will get stopped. Big fumble in the middle. Kopiko able to pick that one up, though, and moving it around.
Back up to the halo where Tarvik was waiting, but they are tackled by Ooh La La Ooh, and Kopiko sends it over to Know Ya May, but Dwagon was there in a better position. They're re-grabbed by Know Ya May, and Tarvik gets control. Back over the ball, they're going to bring it around. Go for a fast play here. Brings it over to the Control side. Shot on goal potentially. Pass over to Kopiko, who might pass it back, and there it is. It's another goal for Solara. It's now tied.
It is now tied 2-2. Coming up and around. Ooh La La Ooh, picking that one up. Very nice carbs. Dwagon going for the shot just above the goal, though. It's now going to be in the hands of Know Ya Ma. Passing that one over to the left side. It's Tarvik. Tarvik to Ooh La La Ooh. Picking that one up once again. A pass over. Know Ya Ma recovers. Back down over to the left side. It's going to be in the hands of Little Steven. Racketer will recover that one. Quick slap over. Not exactly going to get possession, essentially. It's picked up by Kopiko instead, trying to find some passes. Belly Flops with the defense. Pass over to Tarvik or Know Ya Man. But, hey, it's Wagon there. Having an open goal, just going to go for it. Bounces off that rim, though. Going to go for another shot. Once again, quick stop from Solara.
Racketer shot on goal. Almost goes in. But it's up in the sky once more, down into the Solara corner. Back up to Belly Flops, who takes it. Good little ceiling carve. Shot on goal, and it sinks right in for Control. They keep their lead. And now Solara are in a bit of trouble. Only a minute 15 left on the clock. Plenty of time to get that goal that they need. But they still have some work to do.
They do. They do still have some work to do. It's a nice pass over to Tarvik now on the nest, trying to move it forward. Dragon with the stop. Picked up by Know Ya Man. It's a fumble currently. Little Steven going for the shot. Not in, though. Safe from the goalie. Ooh La La Ooh, trying to clear that one out. And looks like it's going to be in the hands of Tarvik. Tarvik now moving around. Pass over to Know Ya Ma. Know Ya Man going for it. It's a pickup by Tarvik. Once again, trying to push it through. Ooh La La Ooh with the clear.
Back up into the nest as Racketer runs it through the middle. Sends it over the nest into the hands of Kopiko. Only about half a minute left on the clock. Know Ya May diving it into the Control goal, and it does not go in. They tried to do a little delivery, but it's not delivery, it's drift ball. And it's sent back over into the middle. Ball down into the bunker. Know Ya May with a scuffle between them and Dwagon. Shot on goal. Control make it 2-4 in the final seconds.
Yeah, you really got to get the Dwag.
You do.
All right, that's gonna be that. What is that? Third round?
Second.
Second round.
Second round.
I'll let you take over this part because I can't see things. It's okay though.
Yeah, it was a incredible second round between these two teams. I mean, we saw really a good effort by Solara. Again, they got aggressive. They were able to adapt to what their opponents were trying to throw their way, but just not enough yet, Aiden. And they do have some work to do. This is a best of 5. They've lost 2 games. They need to win 3 more if they want to get back in this. And the ball returns to the center. It's time for round number 3 in the series as we get ready for the... It always takes longer than I think it will. Kickoff. Back over into the hands of Control we go.
There we go. Racketer is able to hit that one over. No, you man steals it. Moving around, it will be in the hands of Belly Flops. It's going to hang out on the halo for a second. Move it around. Try and get past those defenders. Does get past 1. Does get past 2. Going for a pass to his teammate, but not able to connect there. It's going to be in the hands of Tarvik now. Moving it up the line. Trying to hit up the halo. Does find it. Racketer is able to put a stop to it, and Belly Flops with the grab and moving it even more forward. Quick stop there from Little Steven.
Up in the air, up in the nest. Ooh la la ooh sends it back to the corner where Belly Flops will recover. Through the sky it goes into the hands of Dwagon, who brings it up through the halo, sends it over to the other side. The Solara corner in the sky. Belly Flops loses control. It goes up to Racketer, and Belly Flops is going to have a go on the control goal. Copy Co, however, loses, does not get possession. Tarvik has to deal with a tackle, and it's sent back out, reset into center court.
It is a reset over to center court. It's a fight for the ball at the moment, but Copy Co will have possession on it, at least for the time being. Going for a reset over. Tarvik will grab it, moving it down the line now. Going for another pass over to No Yama. Going for the shot off the backboard. It's in the goal for Solara.
All right, Solara, foot in the door. They still have quite a bit of work to do, but hey, Control are, Control aren't going to give up, so neither will Solara. Oh, wow, I'm surprised that No Yama didn't go for the shot there. There it is. Right in. Solara make it 2-0. Good way to start.
Yeah, great way to start indeed. It's now Belly Flops. Moving that one up and around the halo. Once again, ooh, what a steal and what a shot from the long Copy Co. Putting it in. 3 goals, one after the other.
All right, a nice little hat trick right off the bat.
Indeed.
And Racketer is now going to send it back through the middle. Up into the sky we go. And Ooh La La Ooh will have possession, sends it back over to their teammate. But Kopiko is going to emerge victorious. Tarvik now bringing it through the air up into the sky. No Yame into the corner of Solara, and Racketer has a shot on goal here. Uh-oh, it bounced off one of the Solara players and almost could have spelled tragedy for their team.
Hey, but almost isn't there.
Exactly.
It's now picked up by No Yama. It's attempted steal by Belly Flops, not able to get a hand on it. Ooh la la, ooh, picking that one up, has an open goal, gonna go for it, and it's a long shot.
Oh my goodness, Control entering into this round 3-1 with 1:50 to go. It was looking a little scary for them.
What a juke! What a juke!
It was a little scary, but it's looking more doable for Control.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just astonished by that juke there. Just completely breaking those wrists, and another shot coming in from Solara. Wow, this is a very aggressive back and forth at the moment now. Ooh la la, ooh, and Dragon gonna build up some speed. They're gonna re-grab a little bit before finally letting go of the ball. Taking it all the way down the field. They're zooming, absolutely zooming over to the right side, trying to find a pass. Not able to find it though. Instead, it's going to be in the hands of Ooh La La Ooh, trying to find a pass. Once again, Tarvik with the intercept. Tarvik with the steal, going down the field, trying to find some passes. Does find Kopiko. Kopiko having one in the middle. Going to go for a cross pass over to No Yama. Not able to pick it up just yet, though. It's going to be in the hands of Belly Flops instead. On the nest now. Only got 2 forward. Trying to find a shot. Does have an open one, and will take it.
Control 4-2. They only need 2 more goals to get the tie. 3 more if they want the win. But they only have about half a minute to do that. So they're going to really need to play fast here if they want a shot at ending the series on this round. Up in the sky, but it's sent back to center court. The chances of Control turning this back in their favor are slim. Kopiko over to Little Steven. They're just going to play and hold the ball, play for time here and not get too aggressive, and probably just going to see a spike. And we're going to have Solara potentially win their first round. No, they're going for style points. It's on the air. Kopiko, last second, and it's in. Wow, they ended off with another goal just to rub it in a little bit more.
Great plays from Solara, and I think that is gonna be mathematical time. But hey, 1 more goal never hurt anyone. At least the attempted one will.
Yeah. But hey, Solara is here. They're here to stay.
Yeah, they are. It's not over yet.
Yeah, it's not over yet. They've got a chance to turn things around and bring it back. If they win this particular round, they are going to go and face off in round 5 to see who's going to move forward in this round robin. I'm not sure if Solara has the opportunity to continue. I think they may potentially. Yeah, they've lost both of their games, so I don't think they're going to be going to the semis either way. Hey, at least you can try and take that opportunity away from Control as well. Yeah, right. And here we go into what could be the final round, kickoff. And it's already in the hands of Solara.
See, these speed offs are kickoffs. They're so speedy to me. I do not know how they do it, but I'm bad at the game, so that's okay. What a start for Solara, able to really get that first point. It's now in the hands of Control. It's now in the hands of Kopiko on Solara.
That's not the way you want to start if you're Solara, but it's all about how you bounce back from that early goal by Control. Don't let it phase you. There's still plenty of time left in this game to get the ball in the opposite goal. Dwagon, however, a nice interception up above the nest. And Racketer may have a shot here, but they are tackled by Little Steven. We may see a little bit more aggression come out from Solara.
Yeah. I guess we're seeing it now as Tarvik, the secret weapon, now moving it forward. Secret agent, secret weapon. As long as there's a secret, it's Tarvik. That's what you need to know. It's a pass over to Dwagon. Dwagon now on the halo once again. Ooh, it's a steal. Ooh la la, going for the shot. Tarvik with the stop and the clear. All the way down. There is no one there yet. Ooh la la, ooh, trying to race over. Does get a hand on it first. Quick turnaround and trying to get it over. Little Steven will have it for just a moment before it goes back into Belly Flop's hand. Going for the shot. Almost in. Tarvik with the stop. Clearing over to the left.
Tarvik with possession sends it up into the ceiling where Noyo May loses it to Ooh La La. Ooh La La. Another goal for Control. 3 minutes, 15 seconds to go, and Control is on a roll.
Control is indeed on a roll. Pass over to the left side. No, you man. Solara, not too happy about it, though. That roll is about to be put to a stop. No one. Oh my God. No. More shots from Control. The long shots are what's killing Solara right now.
They're just leaving. They're getting aggressive, and really I think Control has realized that long shots are their best friend because they're just not leaving people in their goal. On Solara, but if they can, they have to get really aggressive because they've got about half of the round left. Noya May is going to try and get the ball in the goal, and it does go in. Solara on the board. If they can keep this up, they do have a fair chance of beating Control in this round, but again, a lot of work to do.
Yeah, lots of work indeed as that pass goes all the way over to Ooh La La Ooh. The steal from Copyco. Moving it forward. The stop from Belly Flops. Back and forth action right now, hanging over the middle. Belly Flop's going to hold back for just a second. Wait for his teammates to get in position. Maybe going to go for it himself. It's still being held on that nest. Waiting for some pressure right now. Once that pressure comes, I think he's going to make his move. It's a pass over to Radic. I give up on the name. It's a pass over, and it's picked up by No Yama.
I'm kind of surprised nobody tried to tackle Belly Flops up there. You usually don't want somebody to sit around with the ball for too long, especially in the Pioneer Cup. Or first, VRML, another Axiom collaboration tournament. Tarvik brings it up through the halo, sent over to Noyame, who might go for a long shot here. Little Steven, oh, it's denied by Ulalaou. And back over in the bunker, Tarvik emerges with control, but they lose to Racketer, who now may put Solara in a tough spot. Only a minute and 10 seconds left, Aiden. If you're Solara, you've got to hurry up.
Yeah, you really do. You gotta pick up the pace. But it's in the hands of Belly Flops now, moving it down the line, going for a reset over to Ulala. Going for a pass to Dwagon. Dwagon going for the shot. The shot's not in. The save is there. The clear is good. And Ulala on the back line, able to pick it back up. La 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 la. Gotta get it out. It's okay. Pass over to Dwagon. Dwagon! Moving it forward, one-on-one with the goalie. Belly Flops trying to get him over in a way. Does successfully do it, but there was another defensive player there. Ulala being pressured by 3 people at the moment. This is kind of dangerous for Solara. Being bunched up like that leaves a lot of open space. But Tarvik, it's working out for him as they get another goal.
All right, Solara, if they can...
That is a
bring
Kiwi
it back
right there.
into
See
the
what
goal.
Noyaman's doing?
that
Kind of
is-
waiting with that defender.
That was a good Kiwi.
Yes,
But
it was.
if they can get that ball in the goal, they can tie it up. They don't have a lot of time here. I think if it reaches the ground at this point, could be all over for Solara. It is. Oh my. I don't think that's how they wanted it to end, but it was a
match,
round
though.
win for Control. Absolutely. It was another good one. I feel kind of bad for Solara because they've gotten so close every single time, and yet they've been so far.
Once again though, like they absolutely destroy one round and then kind of fall back a little bit. I feel like I don't think it's a skill issue, right? It's more of the other team is learning what they're doing to kind of take that edge, and they're finding ways to just put a stop to it. Orion Drift, it's all about adapting to whoever your opponent is, and I think all the teams are doing a really good job at doing that so far. Obviously, Solara, right, you realize they've lost their first round the last 2 times we've casted them. But once they get a feel for their opponents, they come back like nothing happened. It's crazy to see, and the game is always changing.
Changing indeed. And that was actually the final scores of the round robin submitted. So set to advance will be Crane Gang in Group A, Vicious in Group A, IVNA in Group B, and Valiance in Group B. Those are going to be your semi-finalists. So we're going to move on to the finals, the semi-finals next. It's going to be Crane Gang versus Valiance, and it's going to be IVNA versus Vicious. So we're out of stuff to cast here, Aiden, over here on Stream C. So we're going to wrap things up here. But hey, the action is nowhere near over. In fact, we're just getting to the best parts now. After a short little break, streams B and main will be up with the semifinals, and then the main stream will have the grand finals between whoever wins these 2 semifinals matches. But our job is fulfilled here, and so we are going to sign off on Stream C. I hope you all have enjoyed this as much as I have. It's been an absolute pleasure to watch these teams work. And of course, good luck to all of our semifinalists. Big thanks to Another Axiom for sponsoring this event, the Ignition Cup that's upcoming, and the Phoenix Invitational, which will be in Phoenix, Arizona on July 27th is when you can see the Orion Drift tournament. It's going to be all day there. Make sure that you go ahead and buy your tickets sooner rather than later before, well, we run out of space.
I'll be there. Bob's going to be there. Palador's going to be there. Nightfire's going to be there. There's a lot of casters there. You should come.
A lot of casters are going to be there, and that's your chance to meet us in person and see exactly how tall we are. But
Yeah.
that is going to do it.
Nightfire's scary.
Yes, he's like 6'4", I think. So he is a tall fellow. But in any case, that is going to do it for us over here at the Orion Drift VRML Stream C. I've been your host, Gibular Bob, my wonderful co-caster, Aiden VR. We'll catch you all in the next cast. Have a fantastic rest of your night, everybody.
Orion Drift VRML is brought to you by Another Axiom, Helga, the esports manager. Thanks for watching VRML.